Robin Williams was a famous comedian that brought laughs and smiles to many people's faces. Unfortunately, last year he committed suicide due to his battle with crippling depression. Depression doesn't care about gender, ethnicity, socioeconomic status, or age. It'll tell you the same heartless thing. You're hopeless, you're helpless, and you're worthless. Hello, my name is Ryan Hong, and today I'm going to inform you about depression. First, I'll help you understand depression by describing what it is. Second, I'll speak about the different causes of depression. Finally, I'll discuss what treatments are available for depression. Understanding the description of depression will help with knowing what it is. Depression is a common yet complex disorder that can be better understood through three areas: what it is, how often it occurs, and what its effects are. The 2012 textbook, Discovering Psychology 6th edition, defines depression as the following. It is a mood disorder characterized by extreme and persistent feelings of worthlessness and hopelessness, causing impaired emotional, behavioral, cognitive, and physical functioning. Now, feeling sad is a universal emotion that all humans experience. But comparing sadness to depression is like comparing a common cold to cancer. They're just on different levels of severity. Depression is also far more common than most people believe it to be. Sufferers often feel alone and isolated when in fact it impacts many people's lives each year. A 2013 national survey on drug use and health, the U.S. government's Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration found that 6.7% of adults in the United States suffered at least one depressive episode in the last year. That's approximately 16 million adults in the U.S. suffering from depression. To put that into a different perspective, El Camino College enrolls about 25,000 students each semester. If El Camino College follows the national trend, we can speculate that over 1,600 students at this school have had, are having, or will have a depressive episode in the current year. Depression is extremely disruptive to everyday life. It has a negative impact on almost all aspects of life, including emotions, behavior, cognition, and physical well-being. According to the 2012 text, Discovering Psychology 6th edition by Hockenberry and Hockenberry, it describes these effects. Emotionally, people feel a perpetual sense of sadness. Behaviorally, people feel a loss of interest and pleasure in everyday activities. Cognitively, people have trouble thinking, remembering, and concentrating. They may have suicidal thoughts. Physically, people lose energy and feel chronic aches and pains. Now that we know what depression consists of, how common it is, and what its effects are, let's take a look at the potential causes behind this illness. There are a number of potential causes that can lead to depression, of which they fall under two main categories: biology and stress. The brain, it's composed of over 100 billion neurons. Each of these neurons uses neurotransmitters, chemical messengers of the brain, in order to communicate with one another. When a person's suffering from depression, there may be imbalances in these neurotransmitters that contribute to and are highly linked to the symptoms of depression. A 2009 Harvard Medical School health report describes the roles of the following neurotransmitters: serotonin, norepinephrine, and dopamine. Serotonin is associated with helping us feel balanced and content. Norepinephrine, activity and attentiveness. Dopamine is associated with our natural reward system. Now, stress can also be a contributing factor to depression. Prolonged periods of stress can be one of the potential causes of depression. Major life events such as the loss of a loved one, divorce of parents, or even being overwhelmed by schoolwork can cause a prolonged period of stress. According to UCLA's survey, the American Freshman National Norms Fall 2014, it was found that of freshmen polled from universities across the nation, 9.5% reported feeling depressed, and over 34% reported feeling overwhelmed by schoolwork and other commitments. The results of this survey represent an increasing trend in the amount of reported depression and stress among college students across the nation. Now, depression seems to be caused by anything and everything. Fortunately, there are a number of treatment options available. There are two main forms of treatment for depression. Medications are the first of the treatments used to treat the symptoms of depression. Common medications taken are known as antidepressants. They work by helping to regulate the imbalance in neurotransmitters in the brain, such as the ones I mentioned earlier: serotonin, norepinephrine, and dopamine. Psychotherapy is the second form of treatment available for depression, and is also known as talk therapy. a person suffering from depression may speak with a mental health professional, most likely a psychologist, and receive psychotherapy as a treatment. In a fact sheet about depression, the American Psychological Association describes 3 ways that psychotherapy can help treat depression. It can help people pinpoint and understand life problems that contribute to depression. Identify and correct negative thought patterns that accompany depression, and help people regain a sense of control and pleasure back in their lives. Today, I've informed you about what depression is, its causes, and its treatments. Personally, I've experienced all the main ideas I've shared with you today. As someone who suffered from depression for 5 years and, at one point or another, lost all hope, I want to leave you all with one final thought. As difficult as depression is, it does not define a person. Whether you, your friends, or your loved ones are suffering from depression, there is help available. For more information on depression, you can visit www.apa.org.